Hi, I'm drinking my first Stillwater Nu-Tropic IPA right now. It's an IPA, it's been on my radar but never available around here. It's brewed with mango and passion fruit, and this one was brewed for them by Two Roads in Connecticut. It looks like sometimes made in Norway and Sweden. I'm pretty darn sure this one's just from Connecticut. And it's just barely over 3 weeks old. Probably still going to be pretty good. At least if the hops are losing a little bit of their fruitiness, I'm betting the actual fruit will help out. I looked pretty hard and I couldn't find out exactly which hop varieties they used in this beer. Someone suggested there's Australian hops, and of course Galaxy tastes a lot like mango and passion fruit, so maybe it's in there. Wouldn't be surprised. It's 6% alcohol. They list wheat in the ingredients too, otherwise just malted barley, wheat, hops, and actually the mango and passion fruit are listed after yeast, so it might be a very small amount. And I couldn't find also whether they use actual fruit, but I'm pretty sure they do in this beer. But I think I'll be able to smell pretty well, because there's a lot of fruit IPAs and things out there that just use like zest or ooh, it looks very nice. They just use zest or some sort of flavoring oil extract. This is pretty hazy. Very nice looking. Head's a little bit light and bubbly, but very hazy. I'm smelling some of the fruit already. And yeah, it's like almost opaque happening right there. Head's sticking around pretty good though. The bubbles are pretty big and they're starting to pop. Yeah, it's not a really gigantic fresh hoppy aroma, but I'm getting the mango and a little bit of the passion fruit. There's still plenty of kind of sweet honey malt flavors coming out of there. It almost reminds me slightly of like a Alchemist beers I've been drinking. And I guess maybe something like Sip of Sunshine too, because that's brewed by Two Roads who brewed this beer. And yeah, Two Roads can do some pretty good hoppy beers, but usually they're the ones they contract brews for other people. But yeah, lots of mango. I guess the passion fruit's in there, but it seems like it's partially fermented. It's not just like super sweet passion fruit juice like some of these passion fruit wheat beers that are getting really popular right now. It doesn't smell like there's actually a whole bunch of passion fruit juice they add post-fermentation. Yeah, the fruit flavors really combined with the hops and everything pretty well. And there's just a slight resinous hops sort of flavor, a lot of citrusy hop flavors though. Yeah, definitely orange and grapefruit. There's only a teeny bit of grapefruit though. And the head has died down a little bit. Whew. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's definitely some tartness from the fruit in there. Noticing that it's got quite a bit of an astringent sort of flavor. It reminds me of some of the Crazy Mountain brewed hoppy beers. Oddly enough, because Stillwater contract brews with Crazy Mountain too. But the hops seem like they're starting to get this a teeny bit old. And there's kind of astringent, really fermented juice thing happening in the flavor. Especially in the finish, it's really kind of minerally and a little like too spritzy. But definitely a little bit of old kind of woody hop flavor. There's a good amount of bitterness. It's pretty dry. But yeah, there's kind of an unpleasant astringent bitterness. I think it comes from the fruit and the hops. Yeah, it's not my favorite. I'm actually slightly disappointed. I've enjoyed so many Stillwater beers lately, including their hoppier beers. But it seems like the way that the fruit and the hops combined in this just isn't that perfect. I'm not sure how many batches they've done of this. 2 roads, because it doesn't say a batch number. Sometimes they say it just says the best by, which is next year. This would definitely not be very good in a year, because right now it's losing its fruitiness and it's getting a lot of woody bitter. And sort of bitter, almost like orange grapefruit peel, pithy thing happening. And combined with the acidity from the fruit, it's not that nice. It's not soft and juicy, but like a lot of the East Coast IPAs are, even though it kind of looked like that to begin with. It's a really sharp, almost metallic sort of feel and finish. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with this. I mean, it's not bad. It's still interesting, but it's just wasn't well executed that perfectly. There's something that just didn't come quite together in this beer. I give it another shot though, especially if I could find it fresher. But I almost feel like when it was fresher, it probably would have a similar kind of bitter feel to it. Just might be a little bit more fruity and have a little more potency from the hops. Yeah, if you really want to try this beer, and you love mango, passion fruit, and IPAs, you give it a go. Might as well. But maybe just grab 1 can. I'm glad I only grabbed 1 can because it's not something I feel I want to return to. It's just overall stringency really kind of almost ruins it for me. The smell was still going pretty well. I didn't think the smell was too bad. So I'll give it like a 78 or maybe like a 75 or something like that. But I'm not going to pour this one out like I did with that Stone IPA that I hated. So we'll do, how about 70, 77 for Stillwater Nu-Tropic. Goodbye.